What's up, gang? How you guys doing? I am about to get started on my daily podcast, and I just discovered something. I never turn my microphone on my recorder. Right? It's an additional button where you could change the settings up there, and I guess I didn't notice it. Uh, so there you go. Hopefully this audio comes in through to you guys a whole lot clearer. I'm glad I did this before I created my top 25 mistakes course, because I would have been totally upset after create my course. But my course will be available probably September 1st. You know, I am beginning working on the modules uh, for this month and getting it started. It's probably going to be anywhere between um, 6 to 8 weeks course, and it'll be things you need to do each and every day, and so it'll help you to move your life forward. So that's what I'm doing on my course. I'm working on that, and that'll be out for you guys soon. But here we go, man. We're going into the daily podcast episode, and let's get started now. What's going on, gang? How you guys doing? It is Lieutenant Sal Blue, 28-year law enforcement veteran and the author of the top 25 mistakes en route to the good life, coming at you again with episode 53 of my daily podcast, Top 25 Mistakes. So here we go, guys. Let's get into it, man. Listen, I had a awesome week, and I must say it was an awesome week. Uh, all of the hard work that I'm putting in is slowly but surely paying off. I have tons more hard work to do, but as you guys know, launched my book. The book came in, second edition, Top 25 Mistakes. Make sure you click on the link in the description, pick up your copy on Amazon. Top 25 Mistakes. That came in, guys. I'm excited about that. Also completed and accepted my audio book. So my audio book is just me, guys. It's me talking through my book, Top 25 Mistakes. I suggest you guys get both because they complement one another. I talk through the chapters so you can kind of read along. But in my audio book, I do ad lib, guys. I do ad lib um, according to what's current circumstances I was currently dealing with. So there's a lot of bonuses and extras in the audio book that you guys can get out and enjoy. So both of those things happened for me um, last week, and I want to build on that this week. I want to build on that tremendously this week. So I'm sitting out here, and I'm just enjoying my little fountain, my water fountain. Just finished my insanity workout, guys. I did an insanity workout. I am part of an insanity challenge, which I must be insane to do, but I am doing it anyway because health is very important to me as well. So I'm getting that done, and I'm feeling it a little bit, but I am slowly but surely beginning to adjust to the level of discomfort of the workout. So, and it'll always be changing daily, and it'll always be hard daily, but it's something I'm going to be doing each and every day as I move toward better health for myself. So I suggest you guys do the same because there is no balance in life, right? You're either going all in on something and something else is losing out, and so on and so forth. But you have to learn how to do it in phases, right? You have to learn how to do it where the thing that is lacking, you don't go too long and allow it to suffer too much. And that goes for your relationships, right? If you're going hard in business, don't go so hard that you just totally and completely disregard your relationship with your family or your significant other or your children. You know, don't let your business or your obsession take that completely out of your life. Make sure that you plan moments with them and plan them into your life as well, guys. This is key life living lessons that I learned from making mistakes in the past. So you can't let that go. One thing you better not never let go is your health, guys. You have to stay on top of your health at all costs. There is no taking away from it. You now I'm doing insanity right now, so you may not go this hard, but you do need to have a daily health ritual, right? Some good foods that you're eating, right? Some good foods that you're eating, and a good exercise ritual that you do every day. You know, whether that ritual is 10 to 15 minutes a day, but just make sure it is every single day. It is part of your life. You know, we as creatures, we're meant to be moving. So you guys got to constantly be, you can't be sedentary. You can't just sit all the time and work on your business or sit all the time and vegetate. You know, your brain has to be constantly working and being stimulated, and your body as well. So these things are important. So just wanted to get into that real quick, guys, as I was thinking about my workout, and I figured, hey, let me go ahead and share that with you guys, so you can also implement these type of things in your life. So yesterday I left off on having a victim mentality, and I went really deep on that, man. I went so deep on having a victim mentality yesterday and the importance of avoiding that at all costs that I ran out of time in my podcast, right? I ran out of time. It was other things that I had to tend to. I am saying, you know, just working on my business, working on my marketing and advertising and stuff like that. So I needed to break away and take care of that. And same goes for every day. That's just part of my daily routine. But today I want to get into another question that I think can help you to move forward. And that question is, and I ask this to people, what events in your life cause you to end up in such a bad place? And I ask that question in several different ways, uh, but the overall question is, you know, what happened? What events in your life? Or I would say it in a different way, and I would tell them, what happened to you that such a bad turn of events um, led you down the path you call the bad life? You know, what happened to you? And so I asked this question not to find out exactly what happened to the person, but to find out where their mindset is, right? If you are going to help somebody out of a victim mentality, or maybe they're just making it out of a victim mentality, you need to judge their mindset, where they're at mentally, right? Um, and find out if they have a knowledge of exactly what happened. Some people go through life and they get hit with so many barrages of things that they don't know where it began. They don't know where the spiral began. They just know one day they were having fun, feeling that they were living their best life, and next thing you know, they were down at the bottom of the hill with a boulder on their back, right? You know, the boulder then rolled them over. They thought they were pushing the boulder when the fact of the matter is the boulder was actually rolling on its own. So, crazy analogy, right? But the fact is, guys, a lot of people do not evaluate what caused their problems until it's too late. And you cannot do that. Everybody does not have the same resiliency. Everybody does not have the same bounce back when it comes to tragedies. Everybody's different. So you don't want to take too many chances on major things that will cause you to have such a bad life. So in my mentor memoirs manifesto, I talk to people. I ask this question because there's never one thing that sends people down a path to the bad life, but a series of decisions repeated over and over again. So you guys, hope you guys understand that, right? Um, as Rome wasn't built in a day, a bad life is not built in a day. When I used to be a personal trainer, I used to always tell people, listen, you didn't gain that kind of weight overnight, so don't think that you're going to lose it in a week, right? It takes time, months, and sometimes years to get your body back into a number one strong fat burning mode where you're building muscle, as well as in a shape that when you look in the mirror, you respect yourself a little bit, that you've been putting in a little bit of work. So I always tell people, make sure you look at yourself in the mirror every day, and that mirror is not just your physical appearance, but your mental state, your emotional state. Always reflecting on where you're at each day, so that when you move forward with your goals, you're moving forward in the most positive, you know, and and your best self, your strongest fashion. That's how you want to move, guys. You want to be, um, make sure that every day that you move toward your goals, it is the most positive you could possibly be. Is That's what I'm trying to say, guys. So when people answer this question about what events in your life, a lot of times, you know, it is not major tragedies. It's not major tragedy. A lot of times, they're not sitting here telling me that, you know, I my husband died or my wife died, and I got put out on the street, and I was living in a homeless shelter, and I was beaten, abused, and they don't tell me the dramatic lifetime stories like that, right? Um, those stories are tragedies, and 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 those stories are the end result, as I like to say, of people having a bad life. Those That's like the bottom. But if you're the right person, that is only the dip in your life, right? That is the dip. That is the dip that you had enough dip, and it's time to climb out of that. If you're resilient, that's your dip, and you're going to take that dip, and that's your lowest point, and you're going to begin to climb out of that. And you'll probably never go down to that point again. But what most people tell me, um, when I ask them what events caused you to end up in such a bad place, they'll tell me like they got laid off from their job, right? Or they'll tell me that they had taken ill. Maybe they got the coronavirus, and it knocked them on their butt. Or maybe their job closed down for a year during the coronavirus and they couldn't collect unemployment. Or, or so many other things that they tell me. But as I tell people all the time, none of those things are major tragedies, and all of those things could have been avoided with plans, back up to the backup, as my wife loves to say, um, towards your finances, towards your health. You know, I work out every day, and work very hard toward my health, just because there was a time when I got hurt. I got hurt real bad. I don't know if you guys, I ruptured my quadricep, and my knee basically pushed through my skin, right? My left knee. I was in bad shape, and the doctor told me that, you need to wrap it up, put in your paperwork, retire from your career, and you're probably not going to be able to walk properly and perform your job in law enforcement anymore. So I'm suggesting you do that, because I'm not signing off on you going back to work. And so me, knowing that I had a situation like this before, when I believe it or not, guys, when I cut my two of my fingers off, I I knew that the doctor didn't know me for who I was, right? And those events were events that happened in my